One day I stepped off a boat and I lost the feeling of stillness forever. And it wasn't until I was diagnosed and realized that this wasn't going away anytime soon that I lost my spirit. And at the time I felt like it was somewhere on that boat. And I didn't know if I'd ever get it back.
I think everybody's on a spiritual journey, whether they realize it or not. And having this disease has made me really reflect on my insides, on my soul, on my heart, on my meaning, and on who I am.
Vestibular disorders are so acute and spontaneous. They pop up out of nowhere.
Initial days were the most horrible days of my life.
I thought I was going slightly crazy.
They strip everything from you and you are left with nothing but your soul exposed.
My belief system of who I was, what I could achieve in life, got stripped away.
I didn't understand why this was happening to me at such a young age.
So I was like, no, there is no way that any illness is gonna take me down. No.
I was obsessed. It was all I could think about.
At first I was very angry at my doctors.
And all I was being told was that I was stressed.
No one understood me.
It wasn't in my head. I wasn't making it up.
My husband, my children, no one could understand what was happening to me, even the doctors.
I feel like there's so many things I would love to do, but I just can't.
So I was isolated, I was alone.
I went through all the stages of denial, anger,
Frustration, feeling impatient, feeling guilty.
I felt guilty that I couldn't be the man that I was supposed to be for my wife and for my son.
I was more scared, very sad.
My self-esteem plummeted, went straight to the basement.
I felt abandoned. I felt abandoned by God and disappointed by God.
Hardest thing about it was losing my purpose in life.
I felt that it ruined my life, and it was hard for me to let go of that at the time.
Even though I've read the books and I've done the work and try to become more spiritual and let go of the past and try to be in the present,
I struggle with it.
I tend to fall into the negativity black hole.
I was taken into a dark place.
To the point that I said, I don't want to live anymore like this. And I was starting to consider suicide.
It was terrifying.
I was left with my bare soul exposed. So the turning point for me was when I had a very bad fall.
One day I had really severe vertigo and I was just laying in bed. I couldn't do anything.
I couldn't find the capacity in my mind to actually think about art or like create something.
My motivation to do things was literally zero.
and I was just laying there like miserable.
The isolation, the devastation of this, I felt it all, and I was crying from the depths of my soul.
I started to think like, I cannot be like this all the time. I was a very cheerful person.
I spent years laying on the couch and I knew I had to do something different.
I thought, this cannot be the rest of my life.
And I looked out the window and I saw this leaf fall.
I just remember thinking to myself that I would I was choosing to believe that this was happening to me for a reason.
And that fall to the ground represented my fall.
And I was going to make decisions in my life from then on to create meaning and create a purpose for the suffering that I was going through.
So I started thinking about how could I translate this into something beautiful, what's happening to me.
Look at the tree. It has deep roots, but it loses its leaves, and it comes back in the next season, bigger and better and beautiful.
This was my spiritual awakening.
It's very important to take care of your soul.
What types of things can I do to make this negative diagnosis a positive?
And I was determined to figure that out, even if I didn't have all the answers right away.
I really have to seek out inner stillness because my world is always moving.
It took a while for me to basically accept it, to acknowledge that this is not God's fault. This is not my fault either. Things just happen sometimes.
It's about learning to adapt and not be angry at yourself all the time.
I don't have to stay depressed because I'm going to look at what I can do and not look at what I can't do.
So one day I decided that I needed to do something that would be hard on me, very hard for me to do. But I knew that that was the only way I was going to be able to rediscover myself and my purpose.
Having a sense of purpose makes me want to get up in the morning.
If it makes me feel like I matter again, then I matter to myself. And then when I matter to myself, then I can matter to those around me.
A friend of mine who came to visit me said to me, "Why don't you write about it, Rupal?" So that's exactly what I started to do.
So I decided to ride a bike across the country, post it on social media.
And the fact that I did, I started meeting people around the world that were reaching out to me with beautiful messages, also very sad messages, of how they were misunderstood and they felt the same way as me.
People were interested in my story, and that gave me hope.
A lot of this helped me to talk with a therapist, and she had me make small goals and write down those goals.
Journaling and writing has been the main vehicle for me to really question my beliefs and create and cement new beliefs.
I pray. I pray a lot.
It's very important not only to pray, but to be present in the moment.
I meditate.
Gratitude was a huge one.
I appreciate every blessing, even the smallest little things. I am grateful for them.
Inner strength, I think, has come from my loved ones.
Just connecting with my family, telling them that I love them, reassuring them that I love them, being surrounded by love.
So once I made the decision that this wouldn't be the thing that ruined my life, it would be the thing that changed my life, I decided to spend more time and effort into helping others that had the same symptoms.
Even motivating others and being there for each other.
If I could help just one person understand this disorder like I had, then my mission was accomplished.
And the sense of community that this created, it's the best thing that has come from my vestibular problems.
That help I gave people also gave me a lot of joy, and it was like a ladder for me to get up from the dark days.
Helping other people in a similar situation and making difference to just that one person, one other person, changed things for me.
I realized that my life wasn't, my life had purpose again, and I needed that.
All I can say is don't give up.
Something wonderful is coming out of this.
I can say I feel blessed.
This disorder this touched me in so many deep levels that now I'm willing to take on anything.
So I guess in the terms of Mark Twain's quote, do the things you fear the most and the death of fear is certain.
By challenging myself to go beyond what I thought I could do, I learned that I still loved myself. And that was an eye-opener for me, because I pretty much had quit loving myself. I thought, this is just an unlovable guy.
And I learned to love myself and not to identify myself with all the materialistic things that I accomplished before, but basically value myself for who I am and for who I can be to other people and to myself.
All the losses that I experienced had nothing to do with who Lynn was, had nothing to do with my purpose.
If I believe in myself that I'm that strong woman, I can do it. I can get through this.
I got challenges, I do experience symptoms, but I'm doing good. I'm in a more positive mindset.
And I'm happy to have met many vestibular warriors that are so brave and waking up every morning and trying to make the best out of our days, even if it's a bad day.
I'm always trying to do more to help others and enrich their lives in a way to make my own life more meaningful and fulfilling.
If you can give back a little bit more than you've taken, then that's a win.
Now I have this newfound inner energy to drive towards making a difference. And I'm just one guy trying to make a difference.
I might have lost a lot, but I've gained so much more.